the Hindu numerals went to the Arab world then transmitted the numbers to Europe, and so Europeans, because they learned the numerals from the Arabs, called them Arabic numerals. But the Arabs, of course, still called them Hindu numerals because that's where they learned it. The European narrative was the one that ended up dominating, including in India, and so even in India we found that people started calling them the Arabic numerals, even school textbooks.
Manjul Bhargava, one of the world's greatest mathematicians, Fields Medal awardee. That's like a Nobel in mathematics. Dr. Bhargava, this is a great moment.
Nice to be with you.
Yes. You've seen Indian mathematics. India led the world in Indian mathematics. It is called Arabic numerals. A lot of it is Hindu numerals. Tell us about the history of Indian mathematics. The fact that, well, Hindu mathematics has largely been forgotten, and it's only now coming back.
Well, actually, a lot of that mathematics is still there. We learn a lot of fundamental things in school. We learn algebra, we learn trigonometry, we learn how to write numerals using the Hindu numerals, which are sometimes now called Arabic numerals. But all these things, or many of these things, originated in India, but they're not taught in school because during colonial times the textbooks were changed and they were given a sort of colonial narrative. So for example, the Hindu numerals went to the Arab world then transmitted the numbers to Europe, and so Europeans, because they learned the numerals from the Arabs, called them Arabic numerals. But the Arabs, of course, still called them Hindu numerals because that's where they learned it. And then during colonization, the European narrative was the one that ended up dominating, including in India. And so even in India we found that people started calling them the Arabic numerals, even school textbooks. But these things are changing now as decolonization is continuing.
The important thing to note that even our classrooms, even our texts, still have a lot of colonial stuff in it. That's one. Right. The other thing is, unfortunately, mathematics is seen as this difficult problem, and it is not made into a fun subject, but rather people tell you how difficult it is, how forbidding it is, which actually makes students, young people, move away from mathematics. Absolutely. Is there a way this can be changed?
Oh, you're absolutely right, and it must be changed. The way we mathematicians do mathematics, it's something very fun. It's discovery, it's exploration, and often when we do mathematics in school, I myself didn't like mathematics class very much because it's often presented as a drudgery. You learn some procedure robotically and then you just regurgitate it on a test, and then you forget about it after you've finished mugging for the test. That's not how mathematics actually is. Mathematics is this process of discovery and exploration. It's a very creative subject. It's a very artistic subject. We never see those sides of mathematics in the classroom, and that's something that needs to change in coming years.
India as well.
In India as well. And the process has started. The new textbooks that are coming out are really moving towards exploration and activity-based mathematics, discovery-based mathematics, problem solving that involves creativity, where there are many different ways of solving the same problem, and different students will come up with different artistic ways of approaching it. So that approach, when it comes, then mathematics will become something that's engaging and fun, as it really is. It's something that we don't see in school yet, but hopefully with new textbooks these things will change.
And Indian history, the fact that Brahmagupta is associated with the zero is not something you learn in school.
Right, right. That's one of the greatest inventions of all time, the fact that zero is a number, just like any other number. And that is something that originates in the work of Brahmagupta. As you said, in the year 628, he wrote this Brahmaspurta Siddhanta, where for the first time, zero is not just a concept, but it's a symbol and it's a number, just like any other number. And in this work, in 628, Brahmagupta writes that zero plus any number is that number. Zero times any number is zero. If you take a number and subtract zero, you get the same number back. The fact that you can do arithmetic operations on zero, plus, minus, times, in the same way that you do for other numbers, as if it's just like any other number. That first originated in Brahmagupta, and it completely changed mathematics forever.
Yes, and we don't even read about this, the fact that the history of mathematics in India is rarely, if ever, taught in school.
Right.
But that apart, today is something that is memorable because 80 years ago, on the 2nd of September, World War II ended with the Japanese surrender. Now the man, even General Eisenhower, credits for ending the war earlier, is Alan Turing.
Right.
Now Alan Turing, apart from ending the war, also suggests that mathematics or any subject is not just something that can be confined to an ivory tower. It has practical benefits, right? Alan Turing actually, as a mathematician, helped to end the war.
Absolutely. That's right. Mathematics is not just something that you do robotically in the classroom, but it's actually all around us in everything that we do. And as you said, World War II was ended because of the mathematics work that Alan Turing did in breaking codes and understanding codes. The way when we talk on the cell phone, the fact that our voice is being communicated to another person on the other side of the world in an encrypted way that if somebody even eavesdropped in, they wouldn't be able to understand the conversation. That's all done using the area of number theory and different areas of mathematics. So basically, then cell phone people talk on all the time. So you can just imagine how much mathematics is being used in every moment of our lives that we sometimes just take for granted or don't realize. But it's such an important subject. It has so many beautiful and useful aspects. And those are the kinds of things that we should learn more about in school and should be more in the public discourse.
The one Indian mathematician the world knows about, and also because he went to Cambridge, is Ramanujan. Was he in any way someone you looked up to as a young student of math?
Oh, absolutely. Ramanujan was definitely one of my inspirations growing up. My mother used to tell me stories about him. Then I got to read his biography, The Man Who Knew Infinity, when I was in school. And it was a dream of mine that one day this should be a Hollywood movie, and I had a chance to be an associate producer on the Hollywood movie, which was like a dream come true for me as a mathematician and as a child who had admired Ramanujan growing up. And then during my PhD, I got to work on a lot of the things that Ramanujan worked on, and so that was another dream come true for me. But Ramanujan's definitely been an inspiration to me.
You're at Princeton, and Princeton is where string theory is. And string theory is all mathematics. Yes, yeah. And string theory is all mathematics.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. One of the fundamental goals of physics is to unify the forces, have a coherent theory of all forces that exist in the universe, and string theory is making great headways towards trying to understand that. And Princeton has been a center of great mathematical activity inspired by a desire to understand the universe. Lots of amazing things continue to happen there. It's just an honor to be a part of that in a small way.